And you're on.
Hello, Alice. Hello, Betty. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Can you guys hear me okay? There. Oh, yep, there she says, yes, we can. Okay. We don't know any such thing as a shorter class, but this might be a little shorter class today since we're doing 3 cards and they're, but then, you know, maybe not. I wonder what I did with my corner rounders. I just realized I rounded this corner. Let me find them here. Here's one. And then it might be in the drawer, but it could be in one of these drawers too.
I'll double check.
Look in the, oh, I do need to blow my cuts right there. Ah, there we go. Oh, I'm just figuring out what I'm doing here.
Trying to keep this from slipping off.
Yeah. It might have gotten moved back to the, oh, nope, that's not it. It's just it's a little purple one.
All right, how about I look and you can...
Huh. Okay, well, this probably could get the jet set. That's it. Okay. Hello, Betty McSorley. How you guys doing? Brenda. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. I was just saying to Alice and Betty Gosel that hi, Andrea. We may have a relatively short class today since we're making 3 cards and we're working on stuff that we've done before. Oh, I tell you what I am going to need is also, if you don't mind, is one of the sheets that have fallen on the floor, but that's okay.
Oh, I
need a glitter sheet or a also toss it for us and we'll get a new one. Oh, my bad. Okay. I need a embossing powder sheet. Hi, Ruth Ann. Hi, Patrice. Well, we're just about present and accounted for here now. We'll probably have a few others join us, but we're going to, let's go ahead and get started. Take a look at what's in our kit. Oh, Ruth Ann, good evening. All excited about tonight's class, although it's my anniversary, so I won't actually participate tonight. Well, hey, happy anniversary.
Oh,
flip the camera,
it looks
they
like
say.
It flipped it again.
Yes, it did, and I'm not allowed to touch it.
That is correct. I heard on Brad saying, no.
Yep, that's true. It's flipped. Wedding rings on the wrong hand. Hi, Mary Glassen. There we go. Now we're on the right side. Boy, my table's kind of messy. You can see more than I thought you'd see, but hey, it's okay, because craftings can be messy. Back to normal. Okay, let's take a look at what's in your kit. Of course, we're going to make these 3 cards. Our ribbons will be a little bit different, because I didn't have enough of this one to make the kits, but these are what we're going to make. We got the beautiful fox. We got the beautiful bear. And, oops, he's kind of caught in the light, isn't he? There you go. Now you can see him. And we got the gorgeous eagle. And that is...
Yeah.
Now we won't make our cards ass backwards. That's funny.
She worked hard at working that too.
So these are what we're going to make today. Let's keep these where I can see them. Was that a hawk I just heard screech?
No, I think there's little people playing outside.
Oh. We had a hawk the other day that came swarming at the cats in the cattery. But it hit the fence, the screen around the cattery and bounced off. And then just really didn't seem to understand and hit it again. He said, I want those kitties.
That's scary.
And then the cats were absolutely fine. In fact, the cats just sat there inside and looked at him because they figured out they're safe. So that was kind of weird, though, because it was a big bird. I didn't see it, but Bob was telling me about it. And it was a pretty good-sized bird that hit the cattery. So, anyhow, let's take a look at what's in your kit. This time I did not apply your adhesive. Instead, I sent you a sheet of adhesive that will be plenty to make all of our cards. So I sent you that. I sent you the... Now look at the difference in the intensity of these images, will you? Look at the eagle. Yeah, looking at the front side. Here's the eagle before and after. Isn't that amazing? How it just intensifies the color so much. But you should have your rice paper, and here's, look at the fox. The fox is another just really pronounced example. The bear's kind of light in both of them, but wow, what a difference. So we have that. Should have a full sheet of copper. It's called Copper Mine. It's this one's shimmer. This is our pearl shimmer paper. You got this beautiful kind of olive green. You've got some brown. You've got a couple of A6 Miriamets. You've got your envelopes. You've got 3 cards. And you have 3 sheets of working paper. So how about we just go ahead and get right into it, shall we? Let's do. Oh, and you should have a sticker for our eagle card. Set that where I stand. Some chance I'll know where I put it. You guys know me well enough to know that the kits were sold out. Is that paper available in your store? I believe I have some more kits that are due, Patrice, this week. If not, if it does not come in that order, let me show you what I did get. I do have these, and for you and for anybody else who wants to make more of them, let me get one of these out and show you. I just got these in, and they brought them to me because they weren't sure whether I would want them for classes or whether they should go in the store. These will be going up soon. So we have one it's a little different, but they'd be great cards that we could make in the same manner. In fact, you could even make them in an A4 if you wanted to. So I do have these. I can't tell what the image is that's under the sticker. Let me actually open the rice paper so we can see. So if you decide you want to do more after this, these images will be available in the store. I have quite a few rice papers that are here and coming. This one, my hand behind it, this one actually has a flower down in the corner. But aren't those pretty? You have kind of 3 nature images and 3 animal images. So we'll put these up, okay? And that way, I want the wolf and the eagle. Okay, I have more on order. It just depends on how soon they arrive. Brittany.
Box, is that what you're talking about?
Hey, Brittany, can you come here and dig in these so I'm not going off camera? Over here in front of the window, I have some other images that we could probably put up for these guys that I think might be of interest to them in making similar. Right there in that stack, babe. Yeah. There's some more rice paper in there.
Rice paper?
Yeah. There should be some more rice paper images. Those are 12 by 12. There is another stack of rice paper images somewhere. No? Not there?
No, these are Stamperia papers. However, I have a
Oh,
notions box.
Look under the...
Oh, yes.
And Brittany did say there's a notions box here. Some of these are going to be for our coasters, and some of these can be released to go out to the store. I just didn't go through them yet, but I'll tell you which ones are going to be on reserve. You can go ahead and list those. She's going to put those up now, guys. Those ones we just looked at. So, oops. Nope, these still aren't the ones I was thinking of. Well, I will show you these. Right after the first of the month, we're going to do some coasters that will be decoupaged, which will have a similar effect to the ones that we're using. This one is called Pink Christmas. And you will have the opportunity, if you want to make a gift of these, to make these, or if you want them for yourself. There's going to be like 4 choices of coaster kits. Or we have this one. What's this one called? I don't remember what this. Oh, Cosmos. This one's called Cosmos. So we've got the wolf and the owl and just Cosmos. We have one that's called Winter Tales, Castle, Princess, Fairy, the white poinsettia, which I think is beautiful. And we have this one, which is called Magic Winter, this is probably the one I want to do. It's beautiful, because of course it has a stag and things. So we'll be making coasters right after the first of the month. I'll be getting the kits ready here soon. I only have one more class to prepare for November, because one of our Thursdays is Thanksgiving Day. So I only have one more class to prepare for. Will you hand me those 12 by 12 papers in the window, Margie?
The clay ones?
Yeah. I'm still looking for the images that I was thinking would, not this one, the other one. Next to it on the shelf. I told Brittany I didn't want them, and then I decided I do.
That's fine.
Here's some papers that I think would be beautiful with these kits, and if you guys are interested in any of these, I will make them available, because this would be a fabulous technique with some of these images. I was going to save them, but there's really no reason to save them. We can go ahead and put them up if you guys think you might be interested. This is actually cardstock, but you can do this on cardstock as well. You just don't need to put it on cardstock first. You know, you're going to work directly on. Yes, that's a vintage cat in the upper right. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer.
These pads are
so you can see them.
Beautiful.
This is called Pink Christmas. And if you guys want this, I'll have Brittany put these in 2 or 3 page packs for you. And you can get these. Oh, these are the same. See, I bought 30 of them because I thought we might want to put a kit together, but they're just beautiful. And so if you guys want some of these, we'll put them in 2 or 3 sheet packs. I have that one. I have this one. Look at this. Wouldn't these be fabulous with this technique? Oh my gosh, I just think they're beautiful. Father Christmas, the Christmas tree, the village, the bird and the holly, and then the birds with the ornaments. Even better. Okay. And one more Pink Christmas that I have here. This one's similar to the rice paper ones we were looking at, but if you guys want any of these, I would make these available by the sheet. They'll probably be in 2 or 3 sheet packs, because I don't want the girls to have to pull singles. So yes. Oh yeah, the colors will we need them all. Okay. All right, Brittany. The group has spoken.
Yes, you do need them all. They're beautiful.
So, I'm going to give you these and we'll put them in. Let's put them in 3 sheet packs per style, okay? All right. And then maybe we can even just slip cover them so you guys don't have to worry about pulling them out of the packs. We can just have them prepared. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
I have no new rice paper in this order.
Okay. The rice paper order has not come in yet, but I have more coming. Those images I just showed you, in fact, most of these images I just showed you are from Stamperia, but they could also be from, say it again, Bella.
Ciao Bella.
Ciao Bella. Ciao Bella, which is not it is not written at all like that. So I was struggling to say it until Margie told me what it was saying. It's Ciao Bella. Okay, let's get started on the project of the day, shall we? See, it pays to tune in, though, doesn't it? Because you get to see things everybody doesn't get to see. Yes, you do. All right. Let's just work on our messy part first. We'll get our cards done, then we'll construct them as a separate activity. Does that sound like a good idea? So we need our rice paper, we need our adhesive, and we need our working card. We could cut up our adhesive paper, and I think we'll do that. I think that we will cut our adhesive paper just to the sizes that we need, because that will save you guys some of this. We all know double-sided adhesive paper is not cheap. So let's see, what sizes do we need here? When all else fails, consult the ruler. Okay, we want 5 1/4 by 3 1/2 inch pieces. So we've got, I'm going to cut this section. I'm just going to cut this to exactly what I need. 5 1/4 by 3 1/2, and I do know that I'm going to use most of this sheet, so I'm going to cut this to, I'm going to cut it on that cutting line actually. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I cut mine, just so you know, I cut mine to 5 1/2, just a little bit extra, so I've got some room to position it. And then it was 3 1/4, wasn't it? So each of our images is 3 1/4. So 3 1/2 should just about work. I'm going to cut these just a little over 3 1/4 again, just to give myself a little grace for repositioning. 3 1/4. We're trying a different adhesive today. This adhesive says that it is heat resistant. So I thought that it was worth trying to see if we'd get less buckling. So
Ruth Ann had to leave to get dinner, and she'll be back.
Okay, no worries. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, and a little over 3 1/4. And then we've got a couple nice strips of adhesive left. So if you guys want to do this, there's no reason why you couldn't do that. So if you want to do these other rice paper images, we're just not going to do those together, but I figured you'd want to do them. So we're trying this new adhesive. I haven't tried this yet, so we're going to find out together whether we think it's better or worse or what we think. But
can you do me a favor and tell me what the actual size of the papers are that you just cut?
It is A4, so it would be 8 1/4 by 11 3/4. Oh, what these papers are.
What those papers
I cut these to 3, and I actually made them just a little over 3 1/4 by 5.5.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to peel my paper here. I'm going to stick it on a piece of my cardstock. I'm going to cut out, open up my rice paper pack. You're welcome, Mary R. I thought you'd like that. Do you know who I was thinking of when I did that? I was thinking of you. Okay. Let's cut out. Hi, Jordan. How you doing, sweetie? You guys know by now that Jordan's my daughter. I talked to her earlier and said, poke your head in and say hi in class. So there she is. Picture is different than picture in picture. What? A picture is different. What?
It's because it's facing the front of her, so it's going to be looking as if you were sitting at a table looking across from you. So it may look like it's a flip, but it's just the idea of sitting across the table from Debbie, like you were in a class.
Can you guys hear that okay? Yeah, the timing of the two streams could be different because they're coming in. Yeah, they're coming in on different cameras. Yeah. So it's quite possible that they could be out of sync with one another. Okay, I've cut out my eagle, and I'm actually going to trim this down a little bit more so I can see where I'm putting it on my adhesive paper. Because that probably would be good, huh? I couldn't really tell where I was putting it, so I'm literally trimming this down just a bit more so I can find my upper edge. I know from my measures it will be big enough. I just want to find my upper edge for it. There we go. There we go. We'll adapt, no worries. Yeah, you've been adapting all along. You just only realized it tonight because it's always been that way.
I don't think so. I think there's a lag. I'm going to turn it off for just a minute and come back. It's either that or you stay perfectly still for about 10 seconds.
I gotta stay still for 10 seconds? No. That's never gonna happen. That is never gonna happen, Margie. Okay, so we got our eagle on. Let's take a minute while Margie's doing her thing there, and we can just peel our papers and put them down on our cardstock. And that's a repeat process, so feel free to do what you need to do. Oh, you're already doing it.
Can you hold your hand up for me? Perfect. Timed in. Thank you.
Okay. All right. These guys have me do the strangest things here.
Touch your nose.
So your voice is going with the picture in picture. Yes, I believe that's true. Isn't that true?
You're still not right.
Is my voice going with the picture in picture?
Yeah, because that's the one that's going through first. So it's the phone lag, and I bet you that it has to do with the Wi-Fi going across. Okay. So let me take a look at the phone and see if there's any issues. And then
I think we've been doing this all along.
It's gotta.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put my box down on my paper while you guys are out in Cyberland. Oh,
Yeah,
my
it's having
other
trouble
camera
connecting to
is
the computer.
frozen now too. Picture's frozen. Is the Wi-Fi out?
Checking.
Everything's streaming now.
Ensure that your phone is on the same Wi-Fi network or connected via USB cable. This is a new problem.
I didn't get that one as centered as I would like, but I'll trim it down.
Guys, if you can hear us, which you may, we're going to be right back. We're just having a problem. Hopefully.
No, it's on this end, Patrice.
Do you want me to try?
They're not hearing us. They're talking to each other. Oh, maybe I didn't. Did you switch the phone to don't close?
Yeah.
I didn't.
No, I didn't
No.
do that.
I didn't do
turn
it
it
either.
on. But it's not acting like it's. Sorry, Brittany, I didn't mean to leave the door open.
Here, I'm going to just type something down in here. And
Well, wow, you're having an issue. Is this something I'm missing?
Those are mine.
Okay. I was like, you bought one of 6 different
Yeah,
kinds.
they're new colors.
Okay,
they're
and I'm
mine.
assuming that the kits are part of your alcohol versus...
Correct.
And the embossing powders, the big ones, are those also for you?
For now. Oh, we got a lot of them. Those are even bigger. Okay, well, it's all right.
okay, guys, glad to hear that you can hear us. Give us just a little bit. We seem to be having trouble with the Wi-Fi.
But now you can hear what my reaction is when Brittany's going through the boxes. Ooh, ah! When the big boxes come in, it's like you guys, when your kids arrive at home, I
Like
have to ooh and ah.
Not accepting it. It won't switch to Wi-Fi setting.
It was sitting there before.
I mean, it won't accept any buttons on the main screen.
What if you rebooted?
That's what I was wondering.
Okay, while you're waiting, guys, go ahead and put your rice paper down to your cardstock, and then we'll.
I'm gonna put it to this camera
Then
and
I'll
then
wait.
try putting it back.
I do not have my embossing pad. Where is my embossing pad? It is in my Apollo 13 kit.
Yeah, that one. Sit over here. That would be fine.
I've explained to you guys my Apollo 13 kit, right? My Apollo 13 kit is made up of all the things that we have made available through the store, through these classes for you guys in your weekly kits. So I have a kit made up of everything that we've sent out in the weekly stamping classes, so that I can know for sure what you have on your satellite. And that way I'm only using supplies that you have available. So it's my Apollo 13 kit. Just like the astronauts had to fix Apollo. Frozen again.
Yeah, that's because it's working on a different thing. Say hello. We're back.
I have no camera. I have nothing. Hello, hello.
Well, that's interesting.
Can you guys hear me?
Do they want to?
You are back on.
You're back on. There you are. Oh,
We
that's
can
interesting.
see you, but we can't.
You can see me, but I can't see you. That's cool.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's the front.
Back
it's
on the
front
big
version.
screen?
Yeah, I put you on the big from this
Oh, from
camera
the
to at
the
least
picture across the
continue to
screen.
go. Yep.
Well, let's just keep going for a while here, guys, while they work on technology. We'll just work this way. Is that okay with you? Lily, you ran off now. I see you so clear and I hear you. Well, let's just go from here, you know? Because that's what we do. We are adaptable. We are supremely adaptable. I mean, what else could we do if we're a crew that is using an Apollo 13 kit? We have to be supremely adaptable to have such a title. Okay, I got my bear. I have all 3 of my images attached to the cardstock. For anybody who may just be tuning in, I cut my adhesive paper down, I put it on cardstock, I cut each of my images and I put them on the adhesive, and now we are ready to emboss. So, I'm going to take my embossing pad, and I am going to apply a generous amount of embossing ink to my bear, all over my bear. Get it really good.
Okay,
then-
we're gonna take out the sound for just a minute, and we're gonna check something, and we'll be right back.
Oh, yes, that's it. I'm practicing for the inaugural parade. Can you hear me now? Anyone know how to lip read? Boy, we are really testing our patience today, aren't we? Woohoo! Okay. This is too bad because this is going to be a really good class, but hey, sound is back. All right. I have hit my bear really generously with my embossing ink. I have now applied my glittered wow, and I'm about to go to the embossing gun to heat that up and make it beautiful. And then we will be able to see what the effect of our heat-resistant adhesive is. I'm curious about this because if this works well, then we'll know for the future that this is the right adhesive. So here we go. We're gonna give it a go.
We're gonna be shaking like an earthquake for a few seconds.
And my gun is not plugged in. Boy. Oh, hello.
Today is happening.
Wow.
Woo!
My goodness. Okay. Woo.
Look, we can teach others what not to do.
Okay. Can you guys hear me? And did I break your eardrums when I knocked over the embossing station? At least it works now. Can you guys hear me okay? It's not Friday the 13th yet, they say.
Well,
Oh, so true.
okay. It will all be upside down, but we can see you.
What? I will be upside down?
No, it will look backwards to everybody, but I
Okay.
think that they can see what you're doing.
Okay.
It just will be backwards from what you had before.
Okay.
And
You
you
guys
still
say
can't
so. I
see.
trust you. I can't. Okay. Okay. You know what, guys? Not a single buckle in my paper using this adhesive. So I guess now we know this is the adhesive we want to use. Not a single ripple at all. I'm going to hold this up to the other camera in hopes that you can see. I can't see where
It's
I am,
very
Margie.
close. It's good.
Do you see that? Not a single ripple. Not a single one. So I think we found our adhesive that we want to use with these napkin kits now. From now on, this adhesive. I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'm just going to do all three at once while we got the mess out. Huh? Does that make some sense? You see the glitter and everything. Well, that's cool
Yeah.
because we usually can't. So that's neat. I'm doing my fox. I got my fox all out here in front of me. I'm giving him a really nice, generous coat of embossing ink. By the way, the refill kits are out there now, guys. Some of you had said that you wanted refill of glitter, you wanted refill of wow, and we had talked about the need soon for refills for your embossing pad. I created a kit that has nice, generous bags of wow, of glittered wow, and of a small vial of the embossing ink. Should work just fine with our hunky-dory pads. It's Tenesco, and that's a good brand, so I'm sure that it will work just fine with our embossing pads. You can do either one. We have these adhesive sheets in the store. Go to Paper Crafting A to J, and then to Adhesives. And this is the one that it has grid in the title. It's from UUJEJE, and it's the UU brand adhesive that has the grid marks on the back. So you can buy you some of it if you want to. It's pretty affordably priced too, which is pretty cool. And it's working really, really beautifully. No ripples at all, none, in this adhesive. So now we know that that is a good one, and we don't have to spend a fortune on the expensive stuff. The UU will get us through just fine. You're welcome to buy it there. I will be putting it in future embossing kits too. Here's our fox. I have a picture. I can see what I'm doing. Isn't that fun and interesting? Here's our fox.
I think it's more interesting the other way.
Down just a tad. There you go. Perfect.
There's our fox. Not a single ripple in our fox, guys. Woo! Okay, next up, the eagle.
Mary R had a question if in future kits that
Yeah, I
it will
just
be
answered that.
included. Okay, I apologize.
Just answered it.
I was busy.
That's
Getting your
okay.
picture.
Oh, I can see the embossing turn. I love that. Me too. I love that you can see it all. I think it's fun that you can see it all. See, you learn not to take things for granted when you're working with technology. Having a picture and sound both is just an amazing accomplishment.
Let alone 2 cameras.
You gotta love technology, guys. You just gotta love it. I guess it's technology that allows me to come to you at all, so I guess I should be nice. Okay. Do you guys like this view better than the
Yes,
side view?
that's what they're saying.
Well, maybe we'll just make that happen. Maybe this view is the best anyway. So see, we make these discoveries because we have little oopsies that we have to get through.
I'm so glad it's a little oopsie.
Well, it wasn't a little oopsie, but you know, you make the best of things. Okay, here we go. We're gonna watch it turn.
My son loves Bob Ross, Betty. He watches it all the time. And he is thrilled that he found a pair of socks with Bob Ross on them. They've come out with tons of different things for Bob Ross these days in things that you can have to show your enjoyment of Bob Ross over the years.
Well, I love Bob Ross too. Oh, anybody who can appreciate the happiness of trees. Let's make some happy trees.
Andrea says, I see happy little eagles. and Betty had said, that's why I commented, happy accidents, as Bob Ross would say.
I love Bob Ross too. Man, he's been around for a while, hasn't he? I used to watch him as a kid, so I know he's been around a while.
My TV, I can't guarantee that all TVs have this, but my TV has an app section, and you can watch Bob Ross every day, all day long, for free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And pretty soon you can, because I know that there were a lot of episodes, but there's still going to be a finite number of episodes, so he, not a single ripple again. I'm so excited that this adhesive is working so well. Now we'll give it the big test because we're going to put the we'll put the wow powder on and see what we get there. I may have to access some of that wow in the new jars because mine's getting a little low. I gotta get rid of my glitter.
Well, it's not like you haven't been doing a lot of embossing.
I have been doing a lot of embossing. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I was working on something else. I was actually listing something and I came across that adhesive and saw that they were saying that adhesive was heat resistant. And I thought, well, we should give that a try and see what happens. And now we know.
So it just goes to show that your adhesives can do different things, because this was the adhesive that we tried with our lace doilies and the glitter fell off.
That's true.
So
it did not work
for
well
glitter,
with the
but
it did not work well with the paper lace project, or the painting with glitter project. You guys remember that one? That was fun.
we tried a few different adhesives and settled on one. So this adhesive is good for embossing and the other adhesive is good for glittering.
Okay, here comes our first shiny coat. You remember we put on as many of these shiny coats as we want to get the depth that we want from our image. So this is the glazing part of our glitter and glaze. As it gives it a nice, beautiful shine over that glitter. So check out the refill kits, guys. They are they are out there and available. They're actually today. They are on the in the live stream section of the store. When I move this kit over to prior class kits, I'll probably move that over to prior class kits as well. But for today, that's where they are. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at the shine we're getting. It's beautiful for first coat and not a single ripple. None. None. No ripples at all. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm happy to do it for you, Mary R. You guys tell me what you want, and I will make it happen. Well, in most cases. There's some limits to my power and authority.
Technology is a no-no.
Yeah, technology can't necessarily guarantee anything. Their world peace may be beyond my current capabilities. But tell me what you want in the way of craft classes, and I will give it my best. Hey, Joyce, how are you, friend? Boy, I'm loving this. This is really fun. You know, I felt bad that the other paper was rippling, that the napkins were rippling so much. Not a single ripple, nothing. It's beautiful. We are still going to have to pay attention to making sure that we straighten our paper as we go, because remember, if it buckles too much, too far, and then you straighten it, it will crack. So we will watch that. We'll still watch keeping it flat. Oh, the second coat's looking beautiful.
Patrice says that at some point we all need to meet on a cruise ship and craft.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
So when this is all over, the request is that we have a crafting week
A
on
crafting
the cruise.
Oh man, wouldn't that be fun? Do you know, guys, I have never been on a cruise ship. And until COVID is completely gone, eradicated from the face of the earth, I probably won't be. But once that happens, and I feel confident that it will, wouldn't that be fun? That would be great fun. Wow. Oh, wow. I think this is pretty much ready after 2 coats. Look at this, guys.
Up just a tad.
Oops.
Up, 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 up. There you go.
Perfect.
Perfect.
It's going too high. There we go. How beautiful is that? Trying to give you a sense of how shiny that is. Wowzer. That is really cool. Really, really cool. Oh, beautiful. There's our eagle. While it's still warm, I'm going to kind of straighten my card a little bit, and that actually worked well too. Okay, next up, Mr. Fox. Yeah, I think this is even better than than the results we got the first time, so that's good. I've had a request, and let me see if you guys are serious, because if you are, I'll put it together for you. I've had a request for a kit, not necessarily a class, but a kit with Christmas napkins. Are you guys wanting that? If you want it, I will put it together for you. If it was just kind of a passing thought, I won't worry about it, but if you want one, I will put it together. Yes. No, it's not Wow glitter mixed in the embossing powder, Patrice. It's our Ultrafine. We have some glitter available in our store that is just spectacular. It's almost powdered. It's so fine that it's almost a powder when you touch it. And that's what I mixed into the Wow. I mixed a generous amount of that powdered glitter. So it's enough of a flake to give you that spectacular shine, and not enough of a flake to look like flakes. If that makes any sense at all. It's really almost powdered. Okay, so you have a variety of Christmas napkins. Good. Good, good, good. All right.
Karen W. said that she was finally able to join.
Excellent. Hello, hello. Karen, it's nice to see you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, friend. Okay, here we go. Our first glaze level on our fox. Karen, we just discovered something new, friend. We just discovered an adhesive that is playing really, really nicely with our rice paper and our glitter and our glaze. Now I have a tiny buckle at the bottom of this one, but I think that's because I got my print off just a little bit. I'm going to trim just a little off the bottom of my print. So I think that was my positioning rather than the adhesive giving up on me. So I have a really tiny buckle at the bottom of this one. But yeah, that's exactly what it is, because it's in the same place all the way across. That was because of my positioning of my rice paper over my adhesive. So it's not an issue with the adhesive, it's an issue with the person placing the adhesive. Okay.
Patrice said that she was picking up kits at our local store, and the lady at the counter asked if I had embossing powder, and we nearly peed our pants. We were laughing so hard. Apparently, they have embossing powder.
Aha. Okay, here's our first coat on our fox. And you can see at the bottom, maybe. See the little ripple by his back legs? That's me, not the adhesive. It's coming through just fine.
Mary G had made a comment about her cutter, and Mary R would like to know what type of cutter it is.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Mary G has.
Isn't it this one?
Do you? I don't know. Let's see. So Patrice is well positioned with embossing powder and glitter. Yeah, go ahead and use some of your fine clear embossing powder, and use some, or even regular clear, and then use the clear iridescent glitter. You only want clear, don't use any colors, because that will obstruct your view of your picture. Even, make sure that it's a clear base in your glitter. And the finest you've got, you will get spectacular results. No sense buying things you got on the shelf. You got it on the shelf, let's use what you got. I'm a strong proponent of using what you have in your shelf. Boy, this is beautiful. I know I've said that a few times now. It's because it's beautiful. It's really only taken 2 coats to get that sheen that we want and that depth of color that we want. Of course, you can add more coats if you want to, but you know, we're getting a beautiful sheen, a deep, rich color from only 2 coats. Somebody asked me earlier if I'm enjoying my stand. The answer is an absolute yes. I love this stand. I'm really, truly enjoying it. I don't enjoy it so much when I knock it over on the floor when I go to plug it in. But once again, that was operator error. Had nothing to do with the stand itself. The stand itself is really, really nice. It's nice to be able to keep your gun in one place and then move to it.
Instead of constantly having to pick it up and fold the cord around and
Yeah.
make sure you don't burn your arm on the corner.
You can do, you know, because it gives you the chance to kind of do one-handed operation. Okay. Patrice says they say the first step to overcoming addiction is to admit a problem. I'm admitting nothing. I don't want to be cured. I like the way you think, Patrice.
Thought you would like that.
No, it's not bubbling at all, Diane. It's working out spectacularly. Really, really, really good. Really good. I am totally loving this adhesive. So now we know UU. J-E-J-E in the store. And it is, their heat resistant tape is working magnificently. Really, really well. I better clean that up before I start that.
And as always, Debbie, you'll add the links in the newsletter.
Yes,
like
of course.
you always
Yeah,
do.
I will add a link in the newsletter for
everything.
for the UU, for the I think hopefully maybe we'll get the 3-page packs in. The 3-piece packs for you. Brittany's doing the rice paper, or has done the rice paper, so I'll put a link to the rice paper. You can see your choices there. Bear in mind we will have more rice paper in the next week or so. So we have many new designs coming in rice paper. And then I haven't put together the coaster kit yet. We will be offering that right after the first of the year. I'm waiting for my supplies of Mod Podge and my supplies of white paint to come. I needed some white paint for the coaster class because you want to paint the little wood rounds before you do your Mod Podge over them, because it makes your images much, much brighter. So we're waiting for those. And when they arrive, we will be set and ready to go.
Mary G says that she has the caterpillar. I thought that she
Oh, okay.
had gotten it.
Oh, I love the caterpillar. That is... Do you love it, Mary? Do you love your caterpillar?
They're hard to say.
It is my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. Now I had a little release up in the corner on my adhesive, and I think what that says to me is I should have rubbed my image down to my adhesive a little better. Again, I'm going to chalk that up, since everything else is holding beautifully. I'm going to chalk that up to operator error, because I think that probably was what that was. If I pick out rice paper now, tell it I'll pick up and then order more rice paper and coaster kits and have it all delivered together. Yes, you can. You can do it all under one delivery charge, or if it works out to be free shipping, we write off the shipping. Just write a note in the note field of your order that says please hold, more coming, or something like that, another order. Hold for my second order. Just give us a clear indication that you do not want it shipped yet, and we will hold it and combine your orders for you. We are always happy to do that. Absolutely. One of the beauties of shopping with a small family business is that we can do things like that for you that not everybody can or will do. We are absolutely customer centric, and we want you to get the best value that you can get for your shipping dollars. So absolutely. I don't think we have any international. Oh yeah, we do. We have Betty McSorley out there. For our international customers like Betty and others, we will hold your order until your box is full so that you can maximize your shipping dollars. And then you get little strange notes from me like, okay, if I take the ribbon off the roll so we can save you some room, and other little strange notes. But we go out of our way to try and make sure you get everything you can for your shipping money, because especially with international, always we try, but with international it's so very expensive that we try to make sure that at the end of the day you're satisfied that you absolutely got everything you could get for your money.
Patrice said that after my last online shopping trip, I've sworn off of Amazon for good.
Oh yeah. Well, hang out here with me, and let me just say to you that we will do our best never to disappoint you. But if we ever do mess up and disappoint you in some way, you tell me about it, and we will try and do everything we reasonably can to make you happy, because we value your business. That is beautiful, our bear. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's terrible.
So my husband is a gamer, and Amazon sold pre-orders for the Xbox Series X and S. And they failed to say that their pre-orders were not necessarily going to go out when the actual game console was released, that they're still waiting to make those ship out, and people prepaid $500 for those things. And they were expecting them, and so needless to say, there's a lot of people not happy.
Wow. Amazon does some squirrely stuff. You know, you guys know that we sell on Amazon too, although I strongly, strongly encourage you to shop through the store, because I don't have the latitudes for service on Amazon that we have in our store.
And it's cheaper.
Yeah, but I bought some stuff from Amazon over the weekend. I bought some slippers, and it was guaranteed 2-day shipping with my Prime account, and the guaranteed 2-day shipping had a 4-day time frame for delivery, which they would never let us do. And then once the order was in and I reached that date, then I got a note from Amazon telling me it would be 2 more days. Now, I would not die if I did not have my slippers, but I am amazed that Amazon would never, ever, ever let us as a seller on the Amazon platform get away with something like that. And yet their guaranteed 2-day was 4-day, and it ended up being almost a week before the guaranteed delivery date, before it actually came through. So it seems like they have different rules for the public than they have, or for their sellers than they have for themselves. Yeah, 2-day shipping has not been 2-day shipping for more than a year. You are right about that. You are so right about that. Well, I think I've completed my messiness. I'm going to take a quick baby wipe, except I need one. Brittany, would you give me a baby wipe, please? They're on the shelf back here. I forgot I used the last one, didn't bring another pack up. But, yeah. I don't know if you guys saw that Amazon is in trouble in Europe and France. I have to say I'm kind of delighted about that. In Europe, they've been hit with an antitrust suit. And they're saying that the governments of UK and France are going to hit them with a huge, huge penalty. The issue at hand is that Amazon uses seller information to track what's selling on the Amazon platform, and then they go out and they buy that with information that's not publicly available to everyone. They go out and they buy those items, and then they sell them themselves on their platform. Well, anybody who has heard my Amazon rants over time knows that Amazon has done that to me from the day that I started selling on that platform. I go out and I do my research and my homework. I find out the newest and best and most wonderful products. I get them into my store, and they sell like hotcakes for about 3 weeks, 3 weeks to 4 weeks. And then Amazon sweeps in, lowers the price, takes over the listing, and I am sorry, out of luck, because they have the information on what sells on their platform. So then they go out, they buy that, they sell it themselves, because Amazon purchases in the bulk that they do. Small sellers can't compete with what Amazon can get for pricing. And so I'm right back to my products no longer sell, and I have to go out, do my research again, find a new star product, and the entire process continues. That is exactly what they're in trouble for in France and UK. So I'm kind of thinking that, and I cut off a little bit of the legs of my fox because I did not have my adhesive straight. So in case you're wondering if I've taken leave of my senses, well, I did a long time ago, but it is why I did that. It really is. Somebody said it's underhanded. It's totally underhanded. It totally rips off the businesses that are providing, small businesses like mine, according to their advertising. Amazon says that half of their revenue comes from other sellers selling on their platform, that half of their revenue comes from us, and yet they take advantage of us and are really underhanded in some of the stuff that they do to their sellers. It's terrible. Here's another one that they do. They will, if they decide that they think there's something, this has never happened to me and never will, because I am very conscientious of what I sell on Amazon. But if they have a complaint, it doesn't matter if that complaint is legitimized. If they have a complaint that your product is not genuine, and sometimes other competitors are the ones who post those complaints. If they have a complaint that your product is not legitimate or is branded incorrectly, they will freeze your seller account and hold all of your money. They don't give you the money that you've already sold. They just hold it until resolution or until you go away and stop complaining. They take your funds I have read horror stories about. I'm not a big seller, of course. I'm a little tiny fish in a great big pond, but so it would never be this profound with us. But I've heard horror stories from some of the other sellers on there about Amazon holding $1 million and putting their company in bankruptcy because somebody complained that one of their products was not genuine. And they literally can throw those companies into bankruptcy, and there's nothing that those companies can do about it. So, wow. It's pretty amazing. It's amazing the stuff that they pull. Now, with all of that said, I'm an avid Amazon shopper. I love the convenience of it. I love the fact that I can go to one marketplace and find everything, so I feel a little bit disingenuous complaining about them when I shop with them, and I do. But I really don't like some of their business practices, and if they could get slapped down really good for doing some of that stuff so that they would stop doing that stuff, that would make my heart sing. So I'm just cutting my toppers down to get nice even edges, and I told you in a couple of cases I kind of created a little ruffle by not getting it completely down to my adhesive, or not getting it my adhesive position just perfectly. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, these are beautiful, guys. Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. I'm glad you guys encouraged me to do this class because these are really fun. These are really fun. Okay, we have our 3 images set and ready to go. Is anybody working with me out there? I should have asked you that a long time ago, but I didn't. Is anybody else working with me out there? Anybody got your kit, man? I don't know what I got all over here. I definitely have something on the bottom of my trimmer, I think. I need to clean
It
off.
might be just the rubbing over time with the little legs.
Yeah, that's true. I have been using this trimmer. How long have I had this trimmer, Margie? As long as you've known me, right?
Right after. So
Yeah.
August of the year that we met.
Yeah, so
Which
I've been using that, probably 2 years or more
a
now.
little bit more, I think.
And, yeah, I couldn't be happier with this trimmer. So, here's our trimmed down cards. See if I can get them in here where you can see them. They're just gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Ah, beautiful. Okay, so let's start constructing our actual cards now. Would you mind grabbing me a paper towel now that I have thoroughly wiped down my crafting surface? I'm concerned that it will get my projects wet. Just a paper towel out of the bathroom, please.
Annette just joined.
Hello, Annette. Annette. How are you, friend? And you will still have these 3 images plus a tag that you guys can still do, and you have a piece of adhesive large enough for all of those. So you guys can get 3 more cards easily. This tag would look beautiful with one of these. Mm-hmm. So you have lots more. Yeah. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that you got a good deal on it. It's a great trimmer. You will never regret having it. Okay, let's get some cards put together here. Oh, I got powder everywhere. Her hijinks. All right, let's see which one we want to put together first here. Let's do the eagle. Why? Because that's the first one I grabbed. Okay, let's do the eagle. Fold my card. Wow, that's a good buy. Okay. Yeah, like I said, sometimes Amazon can buy in quantities that we just can't touch, you know. And occasionally their retail price is priced about where my cost is on products. You know, it might be $5, but I certainly couldn't sell that trimmer for $70 on Amazon because I'd pay 20 of that in Amazon fees plus shipping, and I wouldn't even clear the cost of the trimmer. So.
And Brittany would kill you for having that many trimmers in stock.
Yeah.
I would just raise the price and they wouldn't sell.
No. I don't think so. Just the Amazon can buy in quantities that allows them to insist that manufacturers sell to them at a price point they want. And of course, smaller businesses can't touch it. I'm not sure if I was one of the first ones to sell Caterpillar. Actually, I might have been one of the first ones to have Caterpillar on Amazon. And of course, that listing went away. You won't find me on there now because it would cost me more than my cost to sell it.
Ruth Ann said that she would use the tags to make bookmarks out of them.
Oh, that's a great idea, Ruth Ann. They keep 50% of your book sales. Oh, that's terrible, Betty. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and start building this up. Maybe I want to come back to it. All right, I'm going to start. My next layer is going to be my copper. I want about 1/8 of an inch. I know that my card is 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. So I'm going to come here to just a little over 5 5/8. Just a little over. And I'm going to go to 4 1/8. That's going to be 3 7/8 for my width. And I'm going to check that, see how that looks. And that's going to be a perfect fit. So we're going to go ahead and put this one down. Yeah, that's the stuff they do. It's yeah, very sad. But like I said, you know, to us as consumers, they offer great prices, and it's hard to walk away from that. But they really do. They really do have some slimy practices. Like Betty in her books, I mean, why is it possible that they would have to keep 50% of her book sales? That's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Are they shipping those for you on Prime? I mean, are you fulfilled by Amazon, Betty? I'm using tape flags, guys, to put this down. I was concerned that this copper paper might be at a weight that would cause the glue line to show. So I'm going to use my tape flags. For those of you who are not familiar with this technique, I am putting one strip of tape down to either side of my paper. I expose about 1 inch of adhesive and I fold those adhesive strips out to the side. And then so that 50% include the printing costs, Betty? Okay, so I am finding where I want my layer to go. If I need to move it, I can easily move it because not much of my adhesive is exposed. Once I have it on here, once I have it right where I want it, then I'll go ahead. I still don't have it right where I want it. It is pretty, isn't it? I dented that in the center, pulling it up, but it's okay because it's not going to show in the center. We have this shimmer paper in all different colors, and it can really be a nice accent.
It is so pretty. It kind of has the light just kind of pop right off of it. It's not like mirror, but you can just, it almost looks like its own glitter in the paper. But it's not glitter paper. Mica, that's what I'm looking for. The word I'm looking for. It looks like mica is on the paper.
You know, I see what's happening here, that I'm not satisfied. My image is just a tiny bit, or my layer is just a tiny bit too wide compared to my height. So I'm taking a tiny little strip off, and then I think I'll be happier with what I'm seeing here. Okay. All right, here we go. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. I'm glad I did that. That is much, much improved. Okay. You guys just hang out there, will you, while I get all of my stuff cut down right where I want it.
Annette said that she found the copper paper years ago, and she just can't bring herself to cut it.
Oh, it's okay, Annette. I know where you can get more. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, we got our layer down. Next, we're going to use our green. And this layer is going to be even tinier. It's just going to let a little tiny bit of that copper show. So I'm going to, I cut that down some more. So I'm going to start with my, let's see, my width should be, it was 3 7/8. So I'm going to start, or 3 5/8, sorry. 3 5/8. I'm going to start with 3 3/8. I know I will probably have to cut it down from here, but I'd rather, that's screwed up. Let's try that again. 3 and, okay, I was at 4 1/8 minus my first layer. This one should have been 3 5/8. Sorry. Okay, 3 5/8. There we go. All right. And I want this one to be, the last one was 5 5/8, then it was 5 5 so this one's going to be 5 3/8, right? 5 7/8 is the original, and then I took it down to 5 5/8 for the copper level, so this one should be 5 3/8. Bear with me while I just do my math. Okay, that looks good.
So that's
I just want a tiny edge in my copper. Just a tiny edge of the copper showing. So this
that's a
green
5
is
and
going to be
3/8
good.
by a 3 and 5/8. Is that correct?
Yes, I'll have to check it, but I believe that's true. Dropping my stuff on the floor. As usual, this one I can actually glue down because my cardstock's heavier. Okay, so okay. There we go. So I just want the tiniest little border showing around there. But that copper, really, we put that copper and that green side by side, that's beautiful. Okay, next layer. I need my bird. Got my eagle. I might have to, no, actually my eagles. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty nice already. I think I'll take a little bit off the side, and then I'm going to corner round it. I did not send you a corner rounder, but if you have one, I invite you to use it. It does make this look nice. And so I'm going to corner round this one. Got my little hunky-dory corner rounder here. I'll link these two in case you don't have one. They're really pretty cool devices, and even though I've already got all of our glaze layers and stuff on here, it goes right through it. It's not hard at all in my hand. And Hunky Dory has two sizes in this. They have a little tiny baby one that takes just a nip off the corner, and then they have this one that actually rounds out the corner. Oh, buffering. Thank you, Mary Glasson. Okay, let's see. We're going to go ahead. We're going to put this down here. I want some nice sturdy adhesive. I'm going to put a few. Well, let's see. I think I'll put it down with glue. That's actually going to be probably the most sturdy at the end of the day. So because it is thick and because it is a little bit curvy, I'm going to put it down. I'm going to hold it there. And then we'll chat about, anything. Well, it sets good to the paper because I want it to kind of straighten this out a little bit while it's gluing down. So I'm going to hold this in place. In fact, I may even turn it over. Oh, no, this one didn't have a ribbon. I thought for a second I forgot my ribbon, but I didn't. It didn't have one. Okay, I'm going to turn it over. What do you want to chat about? Brittany's rolling her eyes at me, people.
Can you really blame me?
Yeah, I'll have to dig some out, Brenda. We wouldn't be doing it until after the decoupage class, so why don't I'll go through what I have, and I will pick out what I think would be fun images for a Christmas kit, if I put one together, and then you can choose whether or not I do that. I promise not to be offended. Somebody said something about, are you going to do a Christmas one? And if you want it, I will. But I don't want to put them together if everybody isn't interested. We have done a lot of different Christmas cards at this point, so I want to only put them together if it's going to pay off to spend the time. So I promise not to be offended. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Somewhere here we have our little happy birthday sticker. I saw it just a minute ago. We'll put our happy birthday on here. I'm going to get my little ruler out, because I love my little ruler for this job. I can say to it, keep me straight, and it does.
That might be a good idea to hang on to for Christmas in July for next year, though.
That's true. Okay, happy birthday. So I'll put happy. I'm going to put this. Looks like I kind of centered the birthday between his wings. So I'm going to put my happy there. I did not push it down tight so I can move it easily. I'm going to put down my birthday right between his wings. Starting right at that wing and coming across. It's a little smaller than the happy birthday I used last time, I think, or it was lower. Get my tweezers out here and move that. I can come down a little further. So I think I'm going to. That's good. That's right where I want it now. Now I'll move my happy down. I like that better. I actually think you should put birthday on first, guys. So I just learned doing this. You put the birthday on first and you can kind of center the happy above the top.
Tip it back a little bit. The light is hitting it to where it's a little. You can really see the glitter on that guy.
You sure can. Hi, Laura. Okay. All right. Next up, let's do our next image. We have, this time we're going to cover the card in the bear. I didn't use it in there, so I'm going to be fine. I screwed up that one piece of paper, but I have enough anyway. So this time we're going to do the bear. And this time I'm going to cover my card in the green cardstock. Yeah, these would be great masculine cards as well, but they'd be good feminine cards too. Even though they're glittery, the glitter is not so pronounced on this that I don't think guys would love them. Here, we have a resident guy. What do you think? Is that okay for a guy card? Right. Bob says it's great. We have the endorsement. Pretty, aren't they? Okay, so there we go. We got the endorsement from the resident guy.
Alice says, thanks, Bob.
And Nanette says, Bob approves. He's actually a very supportive of my craftiness. He comes out and watches a lot and makes comments, and I love that. I think that's wonderful that he'll do that. Yes, I will when the images come in, Patrice. If we get more of the images, I'll put some more of these kits up. If we don't get more, you can access that craft stash of yours, and you can make your own glittered wow or glittered clear embossing powder. And we'll have some of those other rice paper images that will be available. So okay. Teddy is not in here with us right now. Although Teddy's usually right on Bob's heels, so I'm not sure where he is. He's off romping somewhere, playing.
Chasing goats.
Oh, he's chasing the goat? Bob says he must be chasing the goat. He hasn't really chased a goat. He runs the fence line. Oh, and he and the goat race down the fence line. Okay, so this time we're going to do the bear. And I'm going to... I need to cut my paper, but I don't want to put it down to my card yet because I have to wrap my ribbon around it. But I have to... I had to cut my bear down a little bit extra, so I'm going to have a little more copper showing because I had the ruffly edge where I didn't get it on quite straight. And I had a little bit of edge lift. It didn't hurt my project at all, but I'm going to want to be... I did round the corners on this one, so I'm going to go ahead and nip this before it gets any thicker. Okay, and I'm going to cut my copper and position everything and make sure I have the layers just right and that I don't need to trim anything. Then I'll add my, then I will add my, then I'll add my ribbon before I put it down. Sorry, I don't walk and chew gum very well either. Okay, I'm going to let a little extra of my green show since my image is a little narrower. I'm going to cut this one to 3 3/4. And let's see, 5 and... Okay, I'm going to go to 5 1/2. My starting points. Yeah, that's good. That's just about right there. Oh, I clipped my back corner, but I didn't clip my front corner, but I didn't clip my back corner. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, now let's see how this is going to look. Yeah, that's good. That's just the right amount. That's just the right amount to let everything show. So this second layer I made 5 1/2 by 3 3/4. And I'm really liking that. I'm going to go ahead and round this off before I put it down.
Debbie, I don't know if you answered this question or not, so bear with me if I repeat it.
That's okay.
Patrice was asking if you were going to put any more kits up because they're sold out in the store.
Right. I did answer that.
Okay, and so Mary also had the same question.
Yeah, I will definitely give, and I'll get them on order even if they don't come in this next. If they don't come in this next shipment, I will place a back order for them so that when they do come in, I get them. Okay? All right. So I'm liking this a lot. Now let's see how my bear looks on there. I'm thinking my bear might be I don't know. It's okay. My bear, I'm going to have a lot of the copper showing in this one because I had to trim my bear down a little. I think that's going to be fine. I am going to trim the length just a little. I don't want to trim it too much because I don't want to lose that beautiful fern that I have at the end. Because that fern is beautiful. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, mine is a little smaller than yours should be because I kind of got it off my adhesive a little bit. But it's still going to look good. It's going to look great, actually. I'm going to go ahead and put my ribbon on. I have 2 choices of ribbon. I have this beautiful copper that I put in. I'm going to use that for the fox, though, because I think the fox wants that one. And I'm going to use this beautiful green. This is one of our iridescent ribbons. I'm going to use this green for my bear. So I'm going to get my embellishment bow maker out here. No, the paper dynamics. Betty asked a question up a ways about
Yeah.
paper dynamics. What is that?
It's a company in England that's a small. I actually looked it up
Oh,
when she
okay.
mentioned it. So it's a paper company that's a family business that's run
Huh.
in. Oh dear, I saw it a little bit ago in.
I'm
Yorkshire?
tying my bow. I'm gonna do a 5, 1, 1. I want 2 longer loops because I want my bow to be a little bit fuller. So I'm gonna do a 5, 1, 1, and then a 5.
Anyways, it looks like they specifically make paper.
And is there something in particular from Paper Dynamics that you love? That you want me to take a look at? Who was it again that asked me that? Oh, Betty Gossel. If there's something in particular I should be looking at, I want to make sure that I... Oh, here we go. Let's see. What am I
Let
doing?
me go back to the actual. So
Got it.
Betty said, "Have you heard of Paper Dynamics? I ordered some papers that are beautiful, but at a loss of how to get started. No idea sheet or pictures."
Oh, okay. I'll take a look, okay? I will take a look. Let's see how this ribbon turns out. I just kind of went clunk and stopped trying to put it together here, thinking about something different here. So let's see how this bow looks. If it doesn't look great, we'll take it off and do it again.
Betty, I when I was looking on the site to see what and where it was at, I was drawn to the lavender moments too. So it looks like it's pretty paper. I didn't look closely, but it looks like you've got some good stuff.
Well, it looks like I'll be retying that anyway. I just slipped. Lost one of my bows. Yeah, let me look. I'll take a look and see. If it's not somebody we can buy from, maybe I can at least give you some thoughts about how you might put it together. Okay? I'll do that for you. Okay. Let's try this again. 5, 1, 1, and 5. I don't know why that was so hard last time. Ever happened to you? You just working along and your brain goes clunk and stops? That happens to me once in a while these days. And I have to just stop and think, what was I working on? What was I doing? And how do I do this? Oh, getting old. It ain't easy, but it beats the alternative of not getting old, I guess. So, all right. Oh, I see it happens to you guys too. Well, it makes me feel better then. Thank you. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, I like the way that looks. With the 2 loopy bows. Oops. Flipped over on me when I was trying to show it to you. But I do like the way that looks. I'm going to put a little tape on the back to hold my loops where I want them. Little tape on the back. How are we doing for time?
We are at 5:45.
Ah, I thought we were going to finish early today before all our technical difficulties, but clearly we're not going to finish early. But that's okay. We got time for our friends and hanging out. This gave hubby this anniversary.
Isn't that good?
I like that. He found out he was a year younger. That's an excellent gift. I mean, how many times do you get a year back? I like it. Patrice says, I think I can go for about 5 seconds, but not sure. I can't remember. Oh, happens to the best of us.
That was in response to Annette having the memory of a goldfish, about 3 seconds.
I thought she was talking about the clunk and stop, but either way it works.
Same brain retrieval problem, right?
Yep, exactly. Exactly. Okay, I'm going to put a little tape across. I put my adhesive holding my bow loops out where I wanted them. Now I'm going to put a little piece of adhesive running down my ribbon that I can wrap around my card and hold that bow right where I want it to be. I don't have to use best glue ever because I'm wrapping this around my bear picture. I'm going to put it on, then I'll straighten my loopies out because I see that one of them kind of slid under a little bit, which is not a problem because I have tape under it. I can pull it up where I want it and I can push it right back down. And if I still need a little bit of extra help, I will just stick a little tiny piece of tape right underneath that. But this is looking good. I'm going to clip the ends. That'll stay nice and secure here because it is held by the back. I want that one there. And this one doesn't seem to have caught on the adhesive, so I'm going to just stick an extra little piece of adhesive right underneath that one. This one's stuck on the adhesive good. Just this one little piece didn't get tacked good, so I'm going to take a tiny piece of adhesive. Oh, your husband's 35 tomorrow and he just had his 36th anniversary. He's only as old as he feels.
When I was 35, I told my husband I just wanted to go backwards every year, so we re-celebrated my 34th and my 33rd. And at 20, he told me that he wasn't going to be married to a teenager, and so I had to go back up.
Well, Lauren and I have the same kind of deal. I was 40. Yeah, I was 40 when Lauren was born. So when she was 9, we came to the decision that she would go forward and I would go back. We'd meet at 49 and no, we'd meet at 39 and go forward together. So, is that right? No, we'd meet at 29. How's that? She was 9. Yeah, we'd meet at 29 and we'd go forward together. So that's our deal.
Well, I've caught up with my actual age again, so I don't know. We might be going back down again.
Okay, I'm gonna round my corners if I still can with my bow there. We'll see if it will let me. I think I can. Oh yeah. Oops, it didn't go straight though. Let's try it again. There we go.
Patrice says that her sister says she's 29 and she was born 15 months before me, so I'll never hit 30.
I like that. Your sister and you are 15 months apart, so are my sister and I. It was almost like we were the same age. My poor mother. had two teenagers in that age range at the same time. In that age group where you have to constantly decide if you can allow them to live.
And both girls.
And both girls.
To me, girls were just harder. Our hormones are all off. What can I say?
Ruth Ann says, I'm stuck at 21. I have 36 years of experience.
Betty McSorley said, one of my great-grandchildren told me I was older than dirt. I just want to make sure that I acknowledge that Mary G corrected that her husband is 65 tomorrow, and that we just had our 36th anniversary.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just saying that he was that he thought he was 35.
It worked
that he
for the
claimed to be
conversation.
35. It worked either way. It worked either way.
But congratulations, 35 years together is
That's a
great
That's
time.
a great accomplishment. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Bryce and I had, what year did I tell you it was? Let's see, 94 to wherever we are now, 26. Was it 26 years this year? Love him more now than I did the day I married him. Okay. I'm ready to glue, guys. So here we go. I love our conversations together. I like these videos where we do the chat way more than the videos where I'm just showing you something. It's way more interesting. Okay, this one buckled a little bit too, so I'm just going to hold it in place. Oh, 70 years old, hubby brought back my birthday cake, and this year I was talking about how old I was. So I took a knife and rearranged the numbers. I was 16. Good for you. Oh, you and your sister were 11 months apart. Oh, your poor mother. Oh, Carol. I'm so sorry for your mother.
My mom and her brother are not too far apart from that. And if memory serves, which it doesn't do very well anymore, but if memory serves, they're 13 months apart.
I just can't even imagine being told you're pregnant when you have a 6-month-old. You know, that's what happened to my mom. She found out she was pregnant and my sister was 6 months old. I'd just die and get it over with. Of course, I was so much older when I had our kids that, you know, I barely had the energy to chase them as it was. There's a reason why people do this much younger than I was when I had mine. I don't regret it. I love our life. I love my kids. And, you know, I did all the things I wanted to do as a young adult before I had my kids. So all of that was good. But I gotta say, there is a reason why people don't do this when they're 38 to 40 years old and then have a toddler and a baby.
I say that all the time.
Oh. There we go. There's our bear, guys. You can see how beautiful and glossy he is. Hopefully, there you go. Look at that. Is that just... What do you think of this one, Bob? Will that do? Bob says it'll pass, guys, so we're all right. That's beautiful. Okay, we got one left. One fox card left to go. This time we're covering our card with our... I like the way I did the variety in these layers. This time we're going to cover our card with the copper. Then we're going to do brown. Then we're going to do gold. Then we're going to do our...
Carol said that, so they're 11 months apart, but Carol said that her dad was in Germany during World War II. So this is a mom who had 11-month-old and was pregnant. And well, less than that, a 3-month-old and was pregnant. I can't do the math at the moment, but maybe 4 months.
Yikes!
Can you imagine having to do that by yourself?
Yeah, to raise my grandchildren, they were 2 and 4, and I was 53. Oh, Selma. Oh, 2 and a 4-year-old. Although Margie's raising her granddaughter, and Emma is
now 6.
6.
And
But you've had her mostly since she was 2, right?
I've had her since she was born, technically.
Okay.
And yeah, and now I have another little one living in my house because COVID kind of doesn't help with job searches and being able to manage. So.
But you have baby Lily,
and
baby Lily is so stinking cute, guys.
And she is 7 months, which is unbelievable.
That is totally unbelievable. It seems like yesterday. But this has been a weird year. Nothing is on normal time frames this year, is it? It's all a blur.
Poor
2020.
baby. And my son and his wife, they don't get to have a baby shower. They can't go around and have her visit the people that they love and their friends, and it's really different. You can't even go around and show off cute little outfits because she's at home.
Yeah.
They're saving lots of money on clothes, though.
Oh, Brittany says, being the
You don't have to spend as much money.
Treasury Secretary that she is, Brittany's reaction is you don't have to spend so much on clothes that way. See, this is why she's our Treasury Secretary, guys, because she has got that under control. If you wonder what I'm doing, I got my paper up just a tiny bit, and I'm making that go away. So now I'm all neat and orderly. Okay, let's see. This time, I am going to build out from this copper, and I'm going to use my brown. Now, this is 4 1/8 wide, so I want this layer to be 3 7/8 wide. And I want the card is 5 7/8, so I want it to be 5 5/8.
Annette, I'm sorry that you haven't been able to meet your new baby grand.
I'm going to cut a tiny bit more off of the width. Just a little bit, maybe a 1/16 off of the width. Because I just don't, my borders aren't quite as even as I want them to be. So let's see. Oh, that's because I cut it down. Huh. That was why, because I cut it down. So, okay, that's going to be perfect. So I'm going to cut this one to be 1/4 inch smaller than that. So let's see. We were at 5 7/8. We went to 5 5/8. So we're going to be at 5 3/8 long. True? We were at 4 1/8. Then we went to 3 7/8. So this is going to be 3 5/8 wide. Let's see how this does. You might have to trim this just a little bit widthwise as well. I'm going to need to because of my extra little trimming I did there. I'm going to take another 1/8 or so off of that. Let's see how that looks. There we go. That's looking good. I'm going to glue my mirror to my brown because I like the way this looks now. anytime, wait, I'm going to be fine here, but it's a good idea just to remind you that anytime you're gluing on the back of Mary, it's a good idea to take your finger, run it across your glue, and get rid of any ridges, because mirror board shows that. It's still easier to center if you have glued than it is if you are taping. May have to glue it more though, because it's taking me a second to get it down there. There we go. I like the way that looks. There's my baby wipe. I don't know. I lost it. I guess I'll get another. Clean off my finger. Okay. Now we're going to look at our fox. And Mr. Fox is trimmed down a bit, so I'm going to have to take a little bit off of the width for my fox. And my ribbon, well, my ribbon is about the same size as what I used before. I think I'm going to take a little bit off the back. Now I don't have so many layers on this that I'm too worried about my wow cracking. So I've got some flexibility. I'm bending it back the other way a little bit. I'm going to take about 1/4 of an inch off the back of Mr. Fox. And I like that. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to glue Mr. Fox down, and then I'm going to wrap my ribbon around all 3 of these layers before I attach it to my card. So before you think I forgot, I didn't this time. We'll make it through this, guys. It's just it's a scary time, but we'll make it through this.
It's just patience and doing the right thing.
Yeah. That is true. You know, the thing is, we know as a society what we need to do. We're just so spoiled as Americans that we don't want anything interrupting our lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know?
But that is kind of happening everywhere. It's not just us as Americans. Everybody's having these surges. So I think everybody is just impatient.
Yeah.
Which is hard. I'm not going to say that it's not hard, because it definitely is. Brenda, I do have to say, if there is a baby boom, I'm leaving. I'm going somewhere else.
Well, at least we'll hope there's not a baby boom in your tribe.
Right, exactly.
As long as there's not a baby boom in your tribe. I turned this over. I'm holding it down. I'm boring you for the moment because I want this to tack really good to my cardstock because it was kind of buckling. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just waiting for it to tack good because I don't want to fight with keeping it to, you know, letting it come up and then having problems with it. So that looks pretty good. You hear a little crackle there as I bend it backwards. But yes, your last uncle died from COVID this morning. I'm sorry, Brenda. Oh, you know what I feel here? I feel a little place on there that didn't get heated. Oh, just a tiny little ridge there. This is gonna require some. Heat up. There it goes. There it goes. I don't want to heat it too much because I don't want to, I've got that plastic film. That's what makes the mirror board shiny, so I didn't want to get it too much on the mirror board. I just literally wanted to hit just the offending area. Okay, here we go. We are going to tie this beautiful copper ribbon. Now, I pictured this looking beautiful. I hope it does. I think it will. In fact, I was tickled when I found this copper ribbon because I thought he would be so pretty with the background color and the color of the fox. I'm sorry, Brenda. Okay, let's see. I am going to try, do I want a 515? I think I do. I'm going to tie a 515. I think it's going to get harder before it gets better, but we will be here for each other, right? And we will all be safe because we need to do that. We absolutely need to do that. My 515 wasn't at 5. Backing up. That's 5. Okay, we'll try that again. Oh, Betty, I'm sorry for you too. Gosh darn it. We're going to hear more and more of these stories, and I'm so sorry. I don't even go to the grocery store. I have a wonderful grocery delivery service, and I don't leave. Bryce goes into his office one day a week, but on the day that he's in his office, it's only he and his senior management team at work, and they all just stay pretty much away from each other. If they have to meet, they socially distance and they wear their masks, so everybody's pretty conscientious. And Lauren works outside at a mortgage company, but only the people who do what she does. She processes payments at a mortgage company. So only the people who process payments work there in the office. Everybody else is working from home. And of course, they won't let them process payments at home for very good reason.
Yeah.
But they are situated in desks all over the office, way away from each other. They wear masks all day long. There's hand sanitizer on every desk, and they're very careful.
I appreciate the companies that are taking the time to care about their employees. It really is a big deal.
It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. Okay, I'm going to put this on all 3 of these layers and wrap it around. Oh, that's going to be pretty. It's going to be just as nice as I thought it was going to be, guys. Yay, I love it when a plan comes together. Isn't that what Hannibal Smith from the A-Team used to say? I love it when a plan comes together. You know, it must be almost time to be done when I start quoting Hannibal Smith and the A-Team. Oh, come on. You got just a little hint of nostalgia when I said it, though.
Yeah, because, I pity the fool.
That's okay. Margie's over here quoting Mr. T, so... Oh, I used to love that show. I liked the movie, too. The movie was good. They really did a good job. I thought there's no way they could substitute for the characters in the TV show and have that come out. Okay, but it was actually pretty good.
It's beautiful, though.
Yes, it is. That needs to go in with the false.
I don't have room for it, but it is pretty.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, beautiful. Okay, you're not supposed to say your own work is beautiful, but I gotta say, it's
you say
beautiful.
it all the time.
How's that? What do you think? It's maybe just a tad bit less masculine with the copper. What do you guys think? Is it less masculine or is it still?
No, I think you're good. My husband would love it.
There we go.
Ruth Ann said
What do you think? Will it pass muster?
Well, you got a couple hairs on it.
It's got a couple. Oh, I do. Actually, I really do.
it
There we
doesn't
go.
pass muster.
I had a silver hair wrapped in my bow.
It's nice.
Now he says it's nice. But he didn't want it with the hair in it. Good call. I don't think I would want to send it out with the hair in it either. The silver fox, yes. That must be Bob, the silver fox. Me, the silver fox?
Not quite.
Not quite. He says he's not quite the silver fox.
Ruth Ann had said that it was ironic that hubby and I thought that we were homebodies until 2020, and now we realize we simply didn't plan our outings, and now it's a production.
Okay, you guys want to see what's coming up? The dog cards. Where's the dog cards? What did they do with the dog
They're
cards?
on your left
They're over here.
in a stack.
Oh, wait till you see my puppies. We will be done with Christmas soon, I promise. But I just couldn't help myself, guys, because I had these and they were so cute. And they just oops, camera's over here. They just needed to be done. They just needed to be done. So here we go. This is called Christmas Pets. If you can see it clearly enough,
there
the
you go.
background
Perfect.
actually has all the little animal characters in it. Is that too close now or just
I
right?
don't think so. I think that's just about right, at least
Okay.
on my screen.
Okay, here we go.
Perfect.
Oh, your husband has saved all the cards you've made for him. Look at this one. Isn't that cute? A Christmas bunny, guys. It's a Christmas bunny.
Vera
How
says
cute.
her husband likes the ribbons and the embossing, and he always wants to see what we make.
Oh, this embossing folder and this cutting die are included in this kit at the price. How cute is that? So you'll see those on everything because I believe in using what I give you or what I include in the kits. This is embossed. It's not showing clearly on the screen, but the red is embossed.
If you tip it back just a tad, I think, and then tilt it. There you go. Right about there. Yep. Now you can see it faint. But you
There
can
you
see
go. Well, there's your card for your friend. Little Pomeranian.
It. Oh, I
This
loved
is
our
my
little
friend Lisa's
Pomeranian.
dog. You've seen Bentley's picture. Some of you have asked, who is that dog you keep showing on your website? It's my friend Bentley, Teddy's best friend. I don't know. Teddy's probably spent more time with Olaf now than he has Bentley, but
Yeah.
Bentley was Teddy's first doggy friend. Oops. That's mirror board so glossy that getting this in a position that allows you, there we go. That allows you to see the cute dog. But
And-
isn't that beautiful? Oh,
And Bentley puts up better with Teddy than Olaf does, though, too.
well,
He
they're
does
closer
great.
to the same age.
Yeah.
I love this one. I just cut the Merry Christmas twice and created a shadow. Now I did
There you go.
on the new kits. I don't want you to be surprised when you see it. Lauren suggested that this green might be a little too bright. So I substituted the green in the kits when we put them together to be a little bit darker shade of green. So it's a little bit more vintagey looking. So anyway, the Christmas kitty. Now I did something on the next card I have never done before. in our classes together, you know how I have the need to get as many cards as I possibly can from a kit. But this one told a story, so it had to be done. I put 3 toppers on one sheet, 3 layered toppers. This one is the dog laying there in front of the Christmas tree, peacefully chewing on his Christmas bone, happy as anything. Now the dog is watching I'm not sure you can see it there, but the cat is in the top of the tree. There's the cat. Dog's watching on, saying, "Hey, I don't think you better be doing that." The cat says, "Why?" And then here's the cat looking over the tree at the dog, who's saying, "I tried to tell him. Just wait till Mom sees. I tried to tell him." I thought it just had to be one card to tell that story. It just had to be. The tree fainted. This happened in my mom's house when I was living there. I was a teenager, and we had a fairly wild cat. Many cats are fairly wild. This one was fairly wild. I mean, not wild in terms of being untamed, but just crazy cat. Yeah. And the dog, we had a 3-legged terrier who was born with 3 legs. And the cat and the dog were playing. They played constantly. And the cat, I was sitting on the sofa at the time actually, and the cat came up running by and jumped up onto the sofa, ran across the sofa and jumped into the tree. And the dog was right behind the cat, up over the edge of the end of the sofa, across the sofa, and right into the tree after the cat. Needless to say, the tree hit the ground. Many of my mom's treasured ornaments did not survive, but it was pretty cute, and we just moved to having unbreakable ornaments after that. I happen to know with Brittany's 2 kitties, she only has unbreakable ornaments in her house because she has crazy, crazy kitties. Yes, of course the dog should blame the cat. Exactly.
Technically, I have breakable ornaments. They just stay in the nice box protected.
Oh, Brittany says she has breakable ornaments, but they're not on the tree. They're in the box protected. Yes. This is next Thursday's kit. I have a few of them left. Don't miss this one, guys. This is going to be great fun. This is going to be great fun. Take a look at what we're doing here. Oops, I'm sliding the microphone back just a little so I can open my box here. That's fine. I got it, Margie. Okay. It opens up. You've got a box. So, and you've got this nice sturdy plastic in front. And then your kit will include 24 different papers. There's 24 choices. Margie and I sat here and cut up hundreds and hundreds of pieces of paper because each of your kits is going to have 5 or 6 of a style of papers. The only exception to that is I think people only got 2 or 3 of the polar bears because I had to cut the polar bear paper differently. The rest of these I just chopped them up, but the polar bear, I wanted you to get full polar bears, not a partial bear. So you're going to get 4 or 5 of every decoupage paper, and they're already pre-cut because I didn't want to take up class time for you to have to sit and cut them all. So you're getting 4 or 5 of each of the images. So my thinking there was when you get your kit, if you want to, what I think you should do is look and say, do you want a smorgasbord like we've done on this one, or you have enough papers that you can kind of do a color theme if you want to. So you can go through and design how you want your papers to lay out on your box. If you have it in advance, go ahead and lay that out so that you know where everything's going to go. You also get a set of 25 stickers that are perfectly sized to these boxes. Now, this is going to be a great advent calendar, just a terrific seasonal advent calendar. And there, you know, I would want chocolate in mine.
Surprise.
Preferably, yeah, some kind of good quality chocolate in mine. I want one a day this is next Thursday, Diane. Preferably one a day, but if somebody wanted to intersperse, you know, diamonds or something in the boxes, that would probably suffice also.
I'll let Bryce know.
Jewelry, you know, any high-end stuff, that's okay. But chocolate would probably get me by. Anyway, if you don't want to use it for that, you can use it for a thought for the day. You can, Margie and I talked about doing a good works calendar where you say you put one thought every day for something you want to do throughout the holiday season, just to remind yourself to do fun things. And, you know, maybe that's calling a friend. You know, maybe you intersperse these and you go through your address book and you put in, you know, the people that you want to call that you know aren't getting a lot of attention right now. Sitting down and firing off some cards to nursing homes. Writing to someone in another country who hasn't heard from you for a while. Just taking the time to do something selfless, you know. I think we can all use those reminders during the holiday season when it gets so busy. Maybe I put my good works together with my chocolate, and I don't get my chocolate till I get my good works done. There's a thought. So
you could also intersperse if it's hard to fill with your plans. You can also intersperse what you need to do for the holiday to get ready too.
That's great thought. So anyway, this is our advent calendar. I want to show you the other side because it has an extra special little feature. As I was building this, I realized these boxes pop out, and the other side of the box is craftable too. It has a finger hole on both sides. So what we have done is we decoupaged both sides of the box, and I'm giving you in your kit some of this blue sky paper. A full sheet of that. I did not pre-cut those. You can cut your paper yourself for that one because we won't be doing it in class. But I decoupaged the back sides of all of these little boxes. And you could use it for your embellishments. You can put buttons and small things in here. You can use it for beads if you like to do beading. You can use these for any number of things. Somebody suggested this would be a great box for somebody who's getting married to fill it with like beginning spices. And then tell them when you give them the box, and by the way, these boxes all turn around and it becomes an advent calendar for your Christmas season. So there's a number of different ways that you could use this. A teenager would love using this box for, you know, earrings and you know, keeping pieces of jewelry. And there's just a myriad of things that you could do. I won't sit here and turn all the boxes around, but it's fairly ingenious. We left the covers white. But you could, if you chose to, you could certainly use some gilding polish or paint and paint this box and make it a different color if you wanted to. Since it was kind of universal, I thought white was good too. But if you were only going to use it as an advent calendar and store it in the off season, you have enough paper that you could actually embellish this entire box if you wanted to, front and back.
Speaking of embellish, Patrice said that you could put embellishments in it for the rest of the year.
Yes.
Store embellishments?
Absolutely. So anyway, oh yeah, cut up a very pretty picture and make a mosaic. Absolutely you could. So anyway.
Hand it to your husband and say, here, could you please fill this with craft supplies for me?
Oh yeah.
Merry Christmas to me.
Oh, you could. The only downside, Betty, is there's no finger hole to open the boxes from the other side, so you'll have to get a little creative or find a way to punch them on the other two sides if you do that. Now, I may never get that back out of there, but there's no finger hole to pull them out, but you could probably take a circle punch or something and punch the sides. So that would be an idea too. But it's really a fun kit. It's a fun box. They're reasonably priced. I mean, originally when Karen Foster had this, I believe that the retail on these kits was $29, or just the box was $29.95, I think was the original price on this. And our kit is less than that for the box, the stickers, the pre-cut papers, the cloud papers, a bottle of Mod Podge, a brush. That's what you get in your kit. So anyway, it's really fun. I have a few left. It's going to be a great fun class to do. It will be a lot of visiting next week because we'll be decoupaging together. If you get your kit between now and then, think about your layout because that will save you some time. But, you know, truly when we're decoupaging, we just need to know how many of each picture you want to do because we can just sit and, you know, we don't have to actually finally position them until you put your numbers on. So anyway, we have this coming up for next week. And I'm still working on the class. The following Thursday is Thanksgiving, so we will not be meeting on Thanksgiving Day. On the following Saturday, I do not have a class scheduled yet, but we were thinking, and let me just ask you what you guys think about that. I was thinking about whether you might want to do the party either. Well, you're not, are you here? You're not going anywhere for Thanksgiving, so the Saturday after Thanksgiving, would that be good for you for the party? Would that be okay? I was thinking that since, now you guys give me some feedback because maybe some of you are going places, but since most of us are not traveling for Thanksgiving this year, I was thinking that that weekend might kind of take the sting off of that a little bit if we did our Thanksgiving, or we did our party on the Saturday following Thanksgiving. Let me ask you what you think. What do you think about the party? What's this about a party? We want to do a party celebrating you, our customers, and our love for what you've done for us as a business and helping us to survive the pandemic and keeping me sane, which is no small task, by the way, and the fact that we would need to, we had 250,000 views on YouTube, which has been a long-term goal for me. And we hit 3,000 subscribers, which has been a long-term goal for me. So we want to do a party celebrating you. And we will be doing all kinds of fun stuff. We are going to have drawings. We are going to have door prizes. We are going to have little craft hacks. I'd like you to be prepared to share like favorite holiday recipes with the crew. You can be prepared with any craft hacks that you have that you think would be fun. We're going to have some games. We're going to have just lots of fun stuff. We'll go for like 3 hours, maybe 4. And we will have we're going to have a prize wheel. We're just going to have all kinds of fun stuff.
Maybe 12 hours. Call it a marathon.
Don't offer that.
So that's my thought on the party. I want to celebrate you. I want to tell you I'm thankful for you. So that's what our party's all about. And so I'm hearing you say that Thanksgiving weekend is an okay time to do that. That Saturday would be okay. Is that what I'm hearing from you? Thank you, Patrice. That's so special to me. So, yeah, we're good. Is there anybody any dissenting opinion? Can you tune in from wherever you are on that Saturday and join us? And those people who are viewing this video after the fact, you too are invited. I'm in for the 12. I'm in for the 12? I don't know what that means. That probably means something. Okay, cool.
Betty from Canada had hers last month.
All right, good. I will get back to you with the time. I will also get back to you with the mode. We're looking at whether we might be able to Zoom this. Bryce is doing a little research to see what do we need to do in order to be able to Zoom this. I will get more details to you, but I wanted to be able to commit it to the calendar. This box this box snaps together, by the way, if you're wondering what that popping sound is. I'm not a good sitter. I'm playing with it.
Ruth comment about 12. Thank you for the reminder. Is about the marathon.
Oh, okay.
She's in for the 12-hour marathon.
Oh, I'm in for the 12. I got it. I got it.
Thank you for helping explain that, Diane.
Okay.
You know, and really, it's a thank you because it really helps your viewings and your subscribers because you guys put a thumbs up or you share it on Pinterest or you say something on your links on Facebook. So all of the social interactions that we have here are so helped, and that's part of the reason why we are giving the party is to thank you guys, and we are thankful for you who are our viewers.
Absolutely. Couldn't say it better myself. So thank you very much. Okay, I will have more details. And we will, if we do it on Zoom or we do it in a different format, we may find we just can't get enough people. We may not be able to Zoom this many people, but we'll find out. We'll do a little bit more research and we'll determine whether or not it's possible to Zoom it. If it is, we might try that. If we do try that, I will make sure that I give you very specific directions to get in. If not, we may just do it this way. I mean, we can do it this way because it all works. Yes, Bryce just tuned in to say goodnight, Gracie. So I'm going to say goodnight, Gracie. The benefit of Zoom is that you can actually you can participate with a. Isn't he clever? You can actually participate by voice and picture, not just text. But either way, all sold out. Don't need the re-inker. Will the UD be restocked? Yes. I don't have UD, but I do have WOW that just. I think it was WOW. Yeah. Was it UD or WOW that just came in?
It was WOW.
We have WOW that just came in. We'll put some up. Okay. And we'll research that. I'll let you know more details next time. But right now, I got to say goodnight, Gracie. So goodnight, Gracie. Love you guys. See you on Saturday.